If you own a Mitsubishi, then check out Rossport. I get almost all of my Stevo parts from Rossport. They provide a large selection of aftermarket and OEM parts, and they're at very competitive prices. The parts get to you as quick as possible, and that's why I've always used Rossport. Check out the link in the description. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now it's been quite some time since we worked on Stevo the Evo. It's been about 3 weeks I think. Been waiting on parts to come from the States. It takes a long time for them to get through shipping, customs and all the rest of it. But we finally got another part to go on Stevo. And the part is the upgraded turbo. Now obviously this isn't all of it. The other half is in bits in the box. So we're going to be taking a look at what I've received today, and then we're going to sort of be assembling it ready for installation on Stevo the Evo. A few more parts, which just a reminder what I'm waiting on: spark plugs, a couple of exhaust gaskets, and the uprated valve springs for the cylinder head. So we're going with Supertech dual valve springs and titanium retainers. So we're waiting on them. But I did speak to Rossport and they said that the remaining parts I have ordered will be going out today. So they must have arrived on a similar shipment to this turbo from the States. Let's assemble the turbo. We won't be sticking it on Stevo just yet, but I will be installing it probably tomorrow. So today, let's just get it ready for install. Now the guy who sold me this, Chris, he said that some of them have been damaged in shippings in the past, so it's safer to send them like this. So the assembly is pretty simple. If you've done one turbo, you've pretty much seen them all. So what we're going to be doing is just assembling it now, but just here you can see everything that sort of comes in the box. So we'll move this out of the way because we don't need these. And yeah, we're going to just assemble the actual turbo unit. So this is the exhaust side. Here you can see the actual wastegate, which will open a flap to divert exhaust gases. And that's how you control how much boost the turbo's making. Here's the wastegate. And here's the cold side housing. Now if we look at this cold side housing, you can see a dot there. Now that is for a locating pin. And if we have a look on the exhaust side housing, we can see another pin there, a pin that will go into that hole. So we've got to line those up. There we are. So that's slotted in nice. Here is the clamp now. So we're going to put this around that ring. So this sort of goes around them too. We'll just do it a pan tight for now. As you tighten it, that will clamp around and stop it from moving. So it's a good idea to get the orientation of that clip the same as on the factory turbo. It just minimises any risks of that hitting against fittings and pipes. So if we take a look at this. So there's the factory turbo in Stevo and you can see the ring. So looking at that, you can figure out how it would go on your turbo. The nut rather, would be facing the firewall on the bottom side. So put it exactly as it is there on this one here. Okay, so the wastegate bracket will go on there, and then we just hook this over the little wastegate and put the circlip on. Now I had a quick Google online, although there's no official torque figure given by the manufacturer of this turbo for the bracket bolts. These have a max stress of 50. These M10 bolts have a maximum stress approximately of 50 Newton meters, depending on the grade. So I just thought I'd pick 20. It is a number I've picked out of the air, but I like to torque things up. Let's stick this on here. So 15 Newton meters I settled on in the end. I think this is aluminium, so it's not quite as strong as steel. So yeah, 15 Newton meters. It's just a number I've taken a slightly educated guess at. Now then, all we've got to do is put this wastegate arm onto the actual wastegate. And then finally we put the circlip on, and you know it's on, right, because you can spin it freely. And there we have it, one assembled turbo. How sweet is that looking? That looks awesome. Cannot wait to get it on Stevo. Now then, let's go over to the sofa and I'll talk about what I've got planned. So that's it, the turbo's built, ready to go on Stevo the Evo. Now I think I've got to either lower the subframe or I've got to do something to get that turbo out. It's not an easy job at all, but it's quite fortunate really. We've got the cylinder head off anyway, all the engine mounts are out anyway for the rod job, so it's going to be a lot easier than it would otherwise be. So that's the next plan really, get the turbo in. Then when I get my rest of my parts from Ross Sport, we're going to be doing a cylinder head overhaul, operating the springs, sticking the camshafts in and checking all the tolerances and shimming them as we should be. So that's a video to look forward to. And yeah, there's loads more content coming. So if you liked the video, be sure to click like, consider subscribing as well. It really does keep me motivated to make the videos and to keep building Stevo. So thanks for all your support and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.